Hi guys, and welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing good. So today we are going to do a bit of Phantasy Star Zero. It was brought to my attention that we haven't done it for a long time, so I thought it was about time to do it again. There was a question of whether we were going to do it today because the Affiniate anniversary could have been this week, but it looks like that's maybe going to be next weekend. It hasn't been confirmed or anything yet, but there's been a message from one of the GMs on Affiniate basically saying that they're kind of hoping that it's going to start next weekend, but no guarantees. So once that starts, we will pivot over to PSO on the Sundays for the next few weeks. Again, there's no guarantees it will start next Sunday, but that's what it's looking like so far. Hi Scorpio and Nimble Soul Thief and Boink and Swamp Witch. So yeah, I thought we'd do some Zero today just because we haven't done it for a little bit. So as always with Zero, my friend code is on the screen there. So if we are using a method to play online, you can add my friend code, and that should hopefully let you get into the games as well. Also, it's probably for the best that we're not playing PSO today, because in addition to the event not starting today, the RBR this week is absolutely terrible. It's like one of the worst RBRs I've ever seen on Affiniate. And it's experience week, so maybe not the week for PSO. Having said that, if you have a character in PSO that isn't in Ultimate, it might be the week to level them. Especially if the event does start next week. Is 50 hit enough for a Dark Floor? Already played for hundreds of hours and nothing higher than that ever drops. Yeah, so the way that hit works on PSO, it is very rare to see higher than 50. 50 is probably the lowest I would use for Dark Floor. And even then, I would only use it on a 50 hit if it has other good attributes as well. For the 50 hit ones, I don't know if you're aware, but there is a quest called the Restless Lion. If you do that, that tends to drop weapons with either 30 or 50 hit, and they usually have some of the attributes with good attribute percentages as well. So that's a good way of farming 50 hit weapons. So if you do want to use it on a 50 hit, I'd probably use one that drops from Restless Lion, unless you got something better. But other than that, I would probably try and wait for something higher if you can. I appreciate it is quite difficult to get higher than 50 hit though. Taking the week off so you're not burnt out by next week, that is a good plan. Unfortunately, I took the week off work this coming week, hoping the anniversary would line up with it, and it's not. Yeah, 50 hit will work on a Dark Floor, but it is probably the minimum I'd use. Just because, you know, PGF is not a particularly easy drop to get, so you don't want to waste it. So what I will do, I don't know if we have anyone in chat who's up for playing Zero at the moment. Also, I see that Hydrate from Vector. So I'll open a lobby, see if anyone joins. If no one joins, I can do some solo stuff for a bit. Didn't sleep yet, so dropping by to say hi. No worries, Vector. Yeah, good to see you. There, so I've made a party. If anyone wants to jump in, feel free. Aim at the week off PSO, also fair. You see, I realised I basically hadn't used any of my annual leave from work since the start of this financial year, so that was about time. I always try and take a week in August to try and line up with the anniversary, and usually I get the week wrong. I mean, it's fine. I'm still going to have plenty of time to play it, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll give it a couple more minutes, and if no one jumps in, I'll just do some solo stuff until we get some more on. Yeah, I guess if you are planning on playing during the anniversary, if you are up for playing PSO this week, it is probably a good week to like get things ready for it. You know, sort your storage out, get characters into Ultimate if you haven't already. Having said that, we still don't know what the anniversary is going to involve this year, because they are changing it and they haven't really posted to say what it's going to be. It is Experience Week now, yes. And I was just saying, the RBR this week is one of the worst I've ever seen. I think it's Endless Nightmare 1, which is Forest. Seas Forest. East Tower, and I think it was New Mop-Up 1, which is also awful. Having some friends over soon, but want to say hi and have a good day. Oh, thanks for that, Raven. You too as well. Yeah, I guess if you got some characters in very hard, it's not a bad week for getting some levels. Just a shame that the RBR quests don't really have good counts in them. I did test it out a bit earlier, and Endless Nightmare 1 still wasn't worth running. I think they could probably do with having a look over all of the RBR quests again, and maybe deleting some of the ones that are just not worth running. Hi, Drac, good to see you. On my way, no worries. Yeah, party's up, so just jump when you feel like it. But yeah, there are definitely some quests on Affinia that I feel some should be included in RBR that aren't, and I think some should be... I don't know if they should be removed from RBR necessarily. It feels a waste to have them on RBR because they're so bad. Because something like East Tower, even with RBR, is still terrible. Thank you for the 5-stream streak, Hypercute. PS0 is one I haven't seen in a very long time. I didn't play it until, was it last year, I think? My brother had it, but I never played it because I was playing... I think I was playing PSP 2 at the time. I never got around to playing it, so it was only in like the last year or so that I've tried it and actually really like it. It's a fun game. Honestly, probably feels one of the most similar to PSO. I think one of my only criticisms of Zero really is just the fact that there's not many areas. It is quite limited. I mean, I suppose PSO was as well, to be fair. But it feels like you run out of quests to do quite quickly, but I suppose it is a DS game. Yeah, so we'll get started in a minute. I know Drax on his way, so we'll get started then. I will say I haven't really played many many characters in this. I've only played HUnewearl, obviously, and I have a very low level 4 mal. Hi everyone, install. Saw your videos on YouTube. Hopefully it was a good thing. Help me get back in the swing of things. I'm so glad to hear that. A long time PSO player, nice. No worries about the controller Drac as well. Just as long as it takes you, it's fine. I'd much rather do this with like 2-player multiplayer anyway. So yeah, I think a lot of people who play on Affinia are probably long-time PSO players as well. I know there is some new players, but a lot of the people on there are probably people who played back on the Sega servers. So I'm saying Affinia. I mean, you could be playing anywhere, but I think most people who play PSO play on Affinia. Yeah, I don't know if this is your issue, Drac, but I know for me, with if it's Melon DS you're using, sometimes my controller bindings just delete themselves. I don't know why it does it. So sometimes I have to reset all of my controller bindings. Yeah, just while we're waiting for people to get in at the minute, there should be a Chrono Trigger stream on Wednesday. I don't know if we'll finish the game during that stream, but I think we are very close to it. I have decided what games I'm doing after Chrono Trigger. So we are going back to Phantasy Star for Wednesday for a little bit, with some very weird Phantasy Star games. Namely the Phantasy Star 2 Text Adventures, and Phantasy Star Gaiden and Phantasy Star Adventure, which were Game Gear games. So we're doing some really weird Phantasy Star next. Once we've done those, then I'll probably open a poll for the next game after those. I have never played any of the Text Adventures or Gaiden or Adventure, so I have no idea what they're like. So it'll be a learning experience. Card Revolution was plenty weird enough. It is, it is. Yeah, for those who didn't see, we did play PSO Episode 3 Card Revolution last weekend. It just makes you realise how many very weird Phantasy Star games there is. Hey PK, good to see you. Oh, Draxen with Arthur Morgan. Were you wanting to join, PK? We do have some slots if you want to join. Same for anyone else in chat as well. So I'm happy to open the keep the lobby open until you join if you want. Next run, gotta get some ice cream. No worries. Sounds good. Yeah, we can start with this for now then. P1, please. I always worry when I have to press A to start the party in this because it's all reversed with it being Nintendo controls and I always press the wrong one. Yeah, as is customary. It's not a PS0 stream without glitching out the dancers. It's also not a PS0 stream without petting the cats. Cannot forget the one down here. It's not a PS0 stream without Squidward. It isn't. It isn't. There we go. You DC'd. That's fine. I can remake. We're off to a flying start. Oh, no worries, Drac. It's fine. It happens. I feel like I did the Squidward and then you decide. Right, party's back up. If you DC again, what we could try is we could try with you hosting and see if that helps. Alright, let's try again. Also, I actually managed to sort my joint storage out on this, so I actually have space to store stuff. I know, it's a miracle. Unfortunately, this character storage is pretty much full, so we are just going to fill that storage up straight away again. I really do have far too much stuff. Yeah, that'll do it for now. You're doing tower on your cast, floor 84 now. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do some tower as well. That's an eruption, particularly if we get some, if Pika joins, we could do some. But for now, we can do West. You know what I'm going to ask? Is it better to do free field or quest for rare drops? I will try to remember this one day. It's better to do free field, okay. Let's do... Unless it's the cake shop quest, but that's story mode only anyway, okay. Good at seeing him as well. Do you have a preference for area Drac? Finally caught you live. I've seen all your PSO baby videos. You're the GOAT. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Dark Shrine. Alright, fair enough. SGS farming. Yeah, thanks for that. Call me Pineman. Yeah, I normally stream usually on Wednesdays and Sundays, although we didn't stream last Wednesday because I was ill. Alright, I guess I can do D-Band, I suppose. Yeah, so no PSOBB today, but yeah, we are doing Phantasy Star 0. We haven't done it for a few weeks, so... But yeah, again, if you've never tried this game, it is genuinely really fun. We got bamboozled by the maintenance. We did. Well, the thing is, you know, Affinia, they posted to say that the game was going into maintenance, and everyone just assumed it was going to be the event. They had us in the first half. That turret thing in the background is super annoying. Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be the event, and then Ender posted and said, no, it might be next weekend. So maybe the day before I go back to work. Fantastic. Yeah, I think my goal for the event this year is, I mean, if if I can get one banner, I'll be happy. Which I've managed in all the anniversaries so far, but yeah, hopefully that continues. I think I'm going to try and go for Heaven Punisher, but I'm really not looking forward to hunting it. Oh, you got a banner, Diz. What did you get? Betrayal. It was. Oh, you got a Nug Bazooka. Nice. Yeah, Nug's a weird one because I know Cannon Rouge is better than it. And I have a Cannon Rouge, but Nug looks so much better. Like, Cannon Rouge looks stupid. It's too big. Man, these guys are a pain. I don't enjoy my bright red blades. I mean, I think they changed the description anyway, didn't they now? But it is. I mean, it's very strong. It is very strong. But it does annoy me that it's that strong as well when Nug is so much rarer. But yeah, I would use a Nug over Cannon Rouge if I got one, just because I like the way it looks. Is that another one? Which site is the most popular stream? It varies a bit from stream to stream. I mean, at the minute, I will say there are more people watching on YouTube, but the chat is probably about even, honestly. At the end of the day, it's a really old DS game, so it's never going to be a huge amount of people. Yeah, that's the problem, Vector. So obviously my main ranger is a Ramal, and when I use Cannon Rouge, it sticks inside a head. Yeah, I really don't like those guys. It's a niche DS game at that as well. It is. Yeah, I want to do some work on the channel while I'm off this week. I do want to try and get the chat back on screen again. Is that... That's a blue Cannon Rouge, isn't it? Is it called Cannon Blue by any chance? Cannon Blues. Okay, it's Cannon Blue, but spelled B-L-E-U. Okay. Is it bright blue blades? Okay. But yeah, congrats on the Nug. Yeah, a really nice weapon. So you have head cannon, exactly. Yeah, it is looking decidedly more square in this game. A bazooka with its body coloured a vivid blue that is indicative of its power. I do wonder how it being blue means it's more powerful. I don't know how that works. It's Snow Queen, it's Ice Element. I think it maybe looks better in this. At least you should hold it so it's not actually stuck in your head when you fire. Range resist sucks in this game, so we do 2-digit damage. Yeah, they really don't like Ranger in this game, do they? Be nice if I could use text from that menu. That'd be cool. I used to stream with Restream as well. Use the browser source instead of window capture. It worked good. The transparent filter can overlay. Okay. Yeah, that's probably the best way of doing it. I didn't have the chat on screen for a long time because for quite a long time, kind of it was Twitch or YouTube, didn't really like you doing it. And they could give you warnings and stuff for doing it, but they've relaxed the rules on it now. Hey, Mist, good to see you.
My 02 just subscribed for 24 months.
Thank you very much for the resub, Mist. Sega saw how Ranger was broken in PSO, so they keep nerfing the class in every game thereafter. I mean, in the latest game, so in PSO2 and NGS, Ranger was really good. But yeah, there was definitely some games where they nerfed it quite a bit. It's over, I have the Star Saber. A-gear rope or A-gear rope. Yeah, I've got like several of those. I really don't need another one. Yeah, it's a really fun game, this. I think I only have like mild criticisms of it. I think the palette space is really, really limited in this game, but that can't really be helped. Although it is kind of crazy that it's more limited than PSO. I will say, I still really like this area. Really cool looking. Hi Michael, so at the minute this is, I'm basically emulating this at the moment because I'm blowing the resolution up. I think I'm running it at about 10 times resolution at the moment, just so it looks better on stream. It's easy to get the online working this way as well. Although it is doable on a DS, it's just, yeah, not ideal. Yeah, forget how hard some of the enemies hit here. Because in the last couple of streams we've done of this, I think we mainly played, was it hard? Because we were trying to get people leveled. I always wanted to play this online with friends. Yeah, so there is still ways of doing it. It's probably a very, very limited player base now, obviously. Oh yeah, one of them is boosted, isn't it? Yeah. I didn't notice that. That would explain why it's hurting so much. And then you discovered that your save didn't save. There's been a few people doing that lately. You're not the only one, Pika. I know, I think it was Minsk lost some of his PSO saves when he was backing up his data. Mini's Ep3 save, I think. Is my Linux not letting the emulator save the game? Okay, I wonder if was it like a permissions issue or something where it wasn't letting you access the directory to save it or something. Both, okay. So while we are talking about Linux, I do want to do a video at some point. I've mentioned it before, but I do want to do a video covering the Steam machine and how well I think it works as like an emulation box, and particularly for using for Phantasy Star games. It's a little bit delayed at the moment because the TV behind me has basically broken. And I want to run it through the TV and then use a capture card to get the data, you know, for the video. So I need to buy a new TV this week. Once I've got that sorted, then I can start setting things up and do the video. It is a very old TV behind me, so it owes me nothing. But yeah, I do want to do a video on that to show how well it works for different Phantasy Star games. Short answer is it's a really, really nice device. It is overpriced, but it's pretty good. Hi David, good to see you. It really likes giving us these big guys this run. I feel like you normally don't get this many. Yeah, it'd be a nice device to use, particularly when I'm not streaming. I don't know if I'd want to stream on it necessarily, but yeah, I'm happy with it for the most part so far. Well, I did say on the Discord event yesterday that I am kind of struggling to get used to the Steam controller. It's such a weird layout. I like the controller, but it's taking a bit of getting used to. Mainly because I keep going for the touchpads instead of the analog sticks. Greedy Gallon just took 10 PDs for a single ad slot, forgot to bank. Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing about Gallon Shop, so I guess lesson learned, but yeah, basically in future, make sure you have the minimum amount of PDs on you that you need for the item. Yeah, that was the thing back on the Sega servers as well, so yeah, so if you do just need an ad slot or something, make sure you've just got one photon drop with you. I am still using the 8-bit door at the minute, yeah. I do really like this controller. It's a really, really nice controller. I had a few issues with the triggers when I first got it, but they resolved themselves pretty quick. Yeah, overall, I really, really like the 8-bit controller. It was worse because not having a shared bank made it worse to control the PDs you had and where you had them, yeah. Yeah, Anniversary was a good way to stock up on ad slots. Again, I don't know how it's going to work going forward with them getting rid of the badges, but... Alright, time to do this boss. I can't stand this boss. Can you not? I think it's this one we're going for. Or maybe it isn't. Okay, that was very lucky. Okay, we passed the DPS check, thankfully. And the only weak part of this game is the bosses. Yeah, I said earlier, I think there's not that many areas in the game, so it just get a little bit repetitive. But again, to be fair, PSO episode 1 was only a few areas, so... I guess with PSO you had quests though, so in this it feels a bit more limited. While there is quests, it's not you know, it's not as many. And the cat had an episode 2, yeah. Yes, I'm just going to run. Can I get away with that? I can. Slightly greedy, but... Okay, that's slightly cheap that attack still continues when you get knocked down. That's kind of BS. Can you not? Okay, she's down again. It's time for this dude. Chain. Can do. My invincibility did not work. I mistimed it again. Which means the chain might be difficult. Yeah, I also thought it would work for me. I felt like I timed it right, but maybe not. I will always say this Falls absolutely sucks. Like, literally one of the worst Falls fights in the entire series. I feel like all it really does is just hit you with the floating balls and not much else. It reminds you of the Dark Dragon in PSP 2. He does do a lot of damage, I will give him that. He also, for some reason, sounds like an engine when he dies. Well done. He's a very weird Falls. He dropped nothing interesting. Sounds about right. We addressed the elephant in the room, we did. Rico is saved, yeah. We'll go with that. Yeah, good to see you, remote as well. Oh yeah, it wasn't a quest. So there is no quest reward. Were you ready to jump in, Pika? Because we can remake if you want to join. The ice cream is consumed. Ready, cool. Yeah, we can remake then. Good to see some PS0 before the Reckoning anniversary event. Yeah, I was saying earlier, remote, I booked like this week coming off from work because I thought there's a chance we might get the anniversary so I can grind PSO. And it sounds like it's going to be the following weekend. So it's going to start like probably the day before I go back to work. Yeah, we can quit this and we can go remake the lobby again. There you go. Oh, you did the same, David. Yeah, I feel like every time I book a week off, I always pick the wrong week. I mean, to be fair, I'll still get plenty of time to play it on the evenings, so I'm not too bothered. But it would have been nice. Okay, our party's up again. Pretty good thing though, it's been nice getting nice out, yeah. I do have other things to do as well, so it's not all bad. But yeah, I just feel we haven't done Zero for a long time. While that party's going, when was the last time I actually played Zero? I'm actually curious. I didn't think it'd been that long, but I think it's actually been quite a while. So last time was... Wow, May? Yeah, apparently May was the last time we played it. Wow. I didn't realise it'd been that long. Game is taking sweet time to connect, no worries. Also, yeah, for those of you who have noticed that I haven't been doing NGS stuff, I am planning to go back to NGS probably this week just to check out the update because there is a big update for it this week. So I want to see what it's like, and then I'll decide what to do for ingest stuff going forward. Had to reconnect and it's also taken longer. Don't tell me the servers have gone down. Give it a minute or so, and if it doesn't work, maybe one of you guys host and then I can try joining you and see if that works. Also, wouldn't surprise me if the online's gone down though. We'll see. This is the downside of playing quite an old DS game. It's kept alive by hopes and dreams. We took the server down with 3 people. It was too much. I mean, it's saying I've made a party, so... But I suppose I didn't disconnect though, did I? So... Still connected to Nintendo Wi-Fi. Let me check. Let me see if it does the same for me. Right, so I will disconnect from Nintendo Wi-Fi. Right, let's try again. Yeah, we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, we might have to switch over to another game. It's just one of these things with Zero, unfortunately. It might have server issues. Also, thanks for the follow, Frank Gallows. Yeah, this is taking a long time to connect. Is there like a status thing you can check to see if the server is down? Good job, Sky. Oh, is the website down as well? It's not sounding good. Yeah, let me check on my end as well. Yeah, the website's still up. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Error code 2100. Yeah, so I'm getting the same as you guys. I wonder if there is some server issues then. If next weekend the event doesn't start, we can try Zero. Yeah, I'm assuming there must be some kind of server issues at the minute. It's actually weird because when I go on the website, when I check server status, Phantasy Star Zero doesn't even appear in the list. Which is kind of weird. I have to shut all games, fair enough. Right, where are you, Phantasy Star 0? There we are. Yeah, so it's showing the logins and everything fine. Let me try one more time. Typical, isn't it? The one time I want to play 0, the servers go down. Right, let's try again. I'm hoping it's just like a server blip. If it isn't, then we might have to play PSO, unfortunately. Oh. Okay, that's let me... Yeah, that's let me form party. I think it might be back up. We might be saved. Try again. Yeah, looking good. We might be safe from playing PSR. Anyone who was at the PSO world back in the day knows what that is. Sure you don't want to do Endless Nightmare 1. I did a run of it earlier. I've been trying to level 1 my ranges to get them to ultimate, so I did a run of it in very hard just to see how good the experience was, and it was still terrible. Even on AVR. Can't connect. It's still getting the same error peaker. Yeah, I just don't see the point in Endless Nightmare 1 at all. It doesn't really feel good for hunting, particularly anything. It's not a great experience. The game's not appearing for you. That's weird. Miller hunting time. I mean, yeah, it's okay for Tollars, I guess, but it's just a bit of a boring quest. Okay, so because Pika can't get in, did you want to try and make a game, Drac, and see if Pika can join yours? If they can't, we might have to just go with 2 people, but we can try that and see if it works. Oh, no, I got an error as soon as I tried joining. It's going well, this, isn't it? Let me try again. I will say, it's not normally this bad. I'm guessing there must be some kind of issues with the game today. Will it reconnect to the Nintendo Wi-Fi? Okay. Join party. I can see Draken's party. Join it. Yes. Okay. We got there eventually. New quest went endless towards the future. What, you beat files and then it just rolls over and you do it again? The thing is, people would actually do that. People would run that. Alright, let's see if Pika can get in this one. Party's not appearing for some reason. I wonder why. Mind, I mean, I have been getting more error messages than normal, so maybe there is just some issues with it at the minute. Yeah, we all get error messages, and then it's been a bit hit and miss trying to join parties and stuff, so maybe the servers are just having some problems today. It's up to you, Pika. Do you want us to push ahead with a two-person party, or...? Yeah, I guess Pika could try and make him one and see if that works. And if that doesn't work, we can do two-player. So yeah, if you want to make a party, Pika, then we'll try and join yours, see if we can see yours. Got an app, but you guys can keep going. I don't know if the ad's still going on, so... Oh, you get an error when you try to open a party. Okay. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. We do get this problem with these games sometimes. We got one run with no problems. Farm one. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, you're not showing us online for me, Pika, as well. That's very weird. Maybe you might have to check your network settings or something for the game. I guess, should we just make a two-player one for now, Drac, just so we're not waiting on too long? Same thing when you try to connect. Yeah, it might be worth looking into network settings on, I'm assuming it's Mel and DS you're using. Maybe check those and see if anything's changed. I can make a new party then. Yeah, you haven't changed friend code or anything, have you, Pika? That's a good point, that. Yeah, I guess we can start with two then, and just do some two-player for a bit. Let me check. Yeah, no worries. Because if your friend code's different, that might be why you can't join. We need the pog emoji in zero symbol art. If you want to work on that, feel free. I'm not sure I have the artistic skill in zero to make that. make this. Yeah, we'll get started in a sec. I just want to see if Peak has changed their friend code or not. You guys can go. Yeah, no worries, Picker. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we can just do some two-player for now then. Oh, your friend code changed. Ah, yeah, that's probably why. I wonder why it would change. All right, let's see. So, I mean, I guess we haven't done Squidward yet. I feel like we kind of have to on a Zero stream. Exactly. Yeah, sorry about guys. I'm guessing there was some kind of issues with the servers. But we're back. More importantly, we've managed to stop playing PSO for a bit. I'm not against playing PSO, but during Experience Week with the worst question I've ever seen on RBR is probably not the best time to play. Unless, of course, you need experience. This is a chance for me to have more ice cream. There's always an upside. But yeah, for next Sunday stream, it's going to depend a lot on what happens with the Fania. If the anniversary is announced by then obviously we'll do PSO. But if it's still not confirmed, we'll just play something else instead. I mean, if nothing's confirmed, we may even do more Zero to try and get a proper stream out of it, but we'll see. It does sound like it's probably going to be next weekend, so... I'm going to change weapons up because I've used these daggers for the entire stream so far. Let's use Rika's Claw. I'm getting tons of rare drops for some reason. I mean, none of them are any good, but... can't remember what the enemies are resistant to here. It kind of feels like there might be melee resistance, but I could be wrong. I just don't feel like I'm doing that much damage. They are melee resistant. Okay, that explains things. Yeah, maybe I should use gunman. And we have no Zalo as well. Well, in that case, gun time. Use shifter instead of Z-band. Can do. The HUcast hungers for shifter. Fine. Oh, we got a... Oh god, that's a buff enemy. And these birds hurt anywhere, so that's terrifying. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Yeah, the buffed enemies in this game really hurt. Can you stop flying around? I know that's kind of what birds do, but... That was a lot of experience, though. The burn ticks were doing 700. Hi, Shiro. Good to see you. Yeah, guns definitely work a lot better here for sure. Is HUcast just as broken in this game as it is in PSO? Can't wait for the Zero Remastered thing finishes. I want to see you play that later on. Yeah, it's been cool to see people working on it and trying to remaster it. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in trying it though, once it's available properly. HUcast can use rifles, so yes, he's OP. I do question the thinking behind that. Why can a HUcast use a rifle? Is it just like a PSO V1 callback? With hunters using spread needles? Give up doing yours because you can't keep up with key on speed. Guess I'll focus on originals instead. think cast has good accuracy. I don't know how it is in this game, to be honest. I don't have a cast character, so I'm not sure. They have the highest attack power and accuracy for sure. Sounds fair. They are robots with a built-in calculator. It's kind of weird that for this area you basically just default to using guns. Because everything just has a blanket resistance to melee. That guy's buffed as well, isn't he? Yeah. I don't know why we're getting so many buffed enemies, but... I will say I do like the guns in this, the handgun anyway. It's pretty fun. So we know what's going to happen with Squidward. You know he's going to do that attack on me where he eats me. It's going to happen because it happens every time I do this. Fortnite's are cooler than Infinity. I can't remember a lot of the Fortnite in Infinity, to be honest, so... I honestly can't remember. I play Force a lot in Infinity, so... There we go. Okay, just instant kill me immediately, sure. Can I hit you from here? Oh, it's so over. Hitboxes again on this fight are not exactly amazing. I stay there. Thank you. Right, yeah, stay there. Let me hit you. How did that miss? What are the hitboxes on this boss? Why does none of it make sense? There we go. You're a very annoying boss, Squidward. Also, apparently now that doesn't hit. Let's try it from here. Thankfully I have like all the evades, so that does help. Yeah, not today. We're going to phase 2? Is that something we can do? It is. I mean, that made even less sense. I hit with one hit and not with the rest. Hey, young Shadow, good to see you. I see the question about PAs as well. I'll answer that in a sec. So now what will happen is I'll go here and then you'll use the attack that just eats me. Don't do it, Squidward. I love how the scenery looks like you're in a snow globe. I guess on the DS it probably wouldn't have been as noticeable, but yeah. I also do need to use oh, you absolute. I told you. He waited for his moment there. Can you not? Thank you for the heal trap. Right, can you actually let me heal my TP now? Thank you. Yeah, I guess because on a DS you probably wouldn't have noticed it as much, but because it's obviously a much bigger resolution, it's a lot more noticeable now that it's very obviously like a globe-shaped map. Yeah, the hitboxes on this fight are just absolutely disgusting. Like, it's offensively bad. I think if the background moved around a bit, it wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, it's like very noticeable, isn't it? When you move the camera around like this, you can see where like the walls of the background are. Yeah, it's obviously it was on DS, wasn't it? So there's only so much they can do. Stun resist level 5. I don't know how good that is, but I'll take it. Yeah, you've played. Yeah, I really like it. So the question from Shiro was, does PSO have PAs or is it exclusive in Zero? Yeah, so PSO doesn't have them at all. In PSO you have light attacks, heavy attacks, and then some weapons have special attacks, which have like special attributes on them. So you might have elemental attacks or attacks that steal HP, but there's no actual Photon Arts in PSO. Oh, it does move on floor 101 of the tower. So you have to get all the way to floor 101 of tower to get the privilege of seeing the background move. Isn't this game supposedly PSO 1 in DS, but they realised it was laggy, so they scaled it down? That I don't know. It is connected to PSO though. It doesn't take place on Ragol, no. So it takes place on Coral, which is the planet that Pioneer 2 and Pioneer 1 came from. But there's no real time frame in regards to where it relates to PSO. But it is connected. So yeah, so this planet is Coral. So basically in PSO, when the Pioneer project happened, that's where Pioneer 1 and Pioneer 2, I guess, were made and where they departed from. And they obviously went to Ragol. I don't think it specifically says how many years it is in relation to PSR. Didn't really there because it was war-torn. Essentially, yeah, so there basically been wars that had made a lot of the planet uninhabitable. But yeah, I don't think they specifically say how many years before or after PSO is. Oh, no, it is connected. Albeit loosely. Alright, let's do... do you have any preferences, Drac, for area? Haru, okay. I like this Zero art style more than PSO, PSU. It's more anime-ish, reminiscent of PS4. Yeah, I really like the art style in this game. It's very unique for Phantasy Star. It stands out a lot compared to the others. Okay, I maybe don't want to be using my sword here. Let's go to... Double saber. Oh, twins. I don't like those bombs right near each other. Yeah, the art style changes a lot for each of the Phantasy Stars, really. I mean, one of us is going to hit those bombs at some point. There we go. Yeah, I will say I was never a huge fan of PSO2's art style for the most part. I think it looks, to me, it looks a bit generic. I realise that might not be a popular decision, but... I think the thing that saves PSO2 and NGS for me is the character creation suite in those games is very, very strong. So you can basically make what you want to, which is cool. But I think the world and a lot of the characters are a little generic. I think the problem with the NGS art style for me, well, one of the issues is that the majority of enemies are either PSO2 enemies or you've got the dolls or the starless. And that kind of covers the majority of the enemies in the game. So a lot of the enemies do look quite similar. So that's one of the issues. I do also have other issues with things like the visual effects in NGS as well, being like way too over the top. The Minecraft grass cube enemies, yeah, they pretend to be boxes. I suppose they are essentially PS0 mimics. Although admittedly far less dangerous. PSO2 stuff comes up in searches when I look for PSO merch, and some of the PSO2 figures are a bit too anime. One of the issues with the PSO2 figures is there is like 1 or 2 characters that basically get all of the figures. So there's a mobile game, I think it's still up actually, on the Japanese side called PSO2ES, and one of the characters from that gets basically all of the figures. I think Matoi from PSO2 gets a few as well, and Kuna. But the majority of the figures are probably Jean from ES. I mean, they knew what they were doing, is all I'll say to that. Yeah, I had to turn down the visual effects on NGS a lot. I don't mean the graphics, I mean the actual like visual particle effects on a lot of the techniques and everything. Because a lot of the time you can't even see what's going on. So I had to turn them down quite a lot. But yeah, I mean, I had fun with PSO2 when I played it on the Japanese servers. I don't really have much intention to play it on global. I mean, I've done a few streams of it, but I don't really play it outside the streams. Yeah, I think the Slayer definitely has a lot of the visual effect overload for sure. Yeah, same Young Shadow. So for me, I mean, I played it from like the second alpha test on the Japanese side. So from like, I think it was like late 2011 into the actual release in 2012. And I played through most of the episodes. So when it came to global, I didn't really feel like playing it more. Yeah, it's a fun game, but for me it was just so different from everything before it that I struggle to get back into it now. Like, to the extent of, I think like PSO2 can feel like a job sometimes. Oh, is that a Fru Naked? It is. We got Rare Monster. The monkey with what looks like nipple tassels. Because that's what you want to see. It is rare. There is the gold boxes as well. Who decided that that should be an enemy? Really? Why is it like that? It looks like the fart monkey. It's also very strong. Also, it's buffed. I've just realized that as I got one shot. Yeah, he's going to be quite scary. He hits for over 500 damage. He is very strong. Oh my god. Can you stop? The fire ticks are doing 1500. Okay, he's finally dead. Yeah, that was rough. So was that like a special room or something? Because I think everything in there was rare, wasn't it? It was harder than the dragon. It was. It was rare and boosted. Yeah, because the gold boxes are, I think, they're rare enemies as well. I'm guessing they're like rare versions of the normal box enemies. Gold boxes are the rare variant. Okay. Yes, so everything in that room was rare, and we got nothing from it. Thanks for the Mazetta. You got divine power. Nice. I'm assuming that's good. Yeah, that monkey was very scary. It's a bit mixed, Shiro. So I know earlier YouTube was a bit more active. But yeah, it just depends on who's on which side, really. I did say earlier I am going to try and configure it so that the chats are on screen again, so you can see both. I really want to press that, but there's a lot of bombs in front of it. It feels like probably a bad idea. Alright, Drax running away. I'm pressing it. It didn't set the bombs off. How does that work? Why does it not set the bombs off? I mean, one of us at some point is going to accidentally run at one of those bombs. Maybe me while I'm confused. Is Twitch still iffy about having two chats on screen? They apparently updated recently to say that they don't mind it now, that it's okay. I think Dan Clancy had said it was okay. I don't know if they've updated the terms yet, but apparently it is okay to do now. But yeah, for a while you weren't really allowed to do it. I guess because you're showing the competitions chat on your stream. Hi, Mashi Rock, good to see you. This is a very monkey-heavy map. I swear, the monkeys are some of the most dangerous enemies in the game. Like, they have hands. Again, I still don't know why they explode. But yeah, thankfully, I think YouTube and Twitch have kind of chilled out a bit on the whole shared chat thing, so we'll try and sort that out. It might not be for every single stream because there's some games where it's probably quite hard to find a place on the screen for it. But for most stuff, it should be fine. What even are the mimic block looking things? Yeah, they're just like weird little... I mean, they kind of look a little bit like... I don't know, like... weird crab things. But yeah, they just hide in the boxes. They don't really do a whole lot. Yeah, kind of like mud crabs, I guess. Ah. I see the problem. Oh, do you know what? I'm tanking it. I always forget there's trap rooms in this game. We don't walk away from explosions, we walk straight into them. Nope. Drac got bit by the monkey. Told you, man, the monkeys, they're dangerous, man. That guy at the back with the machine gun is really annoying. So the way some of the attacks work in this game is a lot of the range attacks you just don't seem to be able to evade. But with melee attacks you have a chance of actually evading it with your character's evade. Range attacks don't seem to care about that. I think this is one of the better looking maps as well. I think it's kind of cool. It's obviously like a ruined city. I just remember that many of the Zero weapons look cute. Yeah, there's a lot of cute in this game. The monkey strikes again. Yeah, these monkeys are not playing around. It's the big wind-up punch, isn't it, that does tons of damage. Sad we don't have something like this in NGS yet. Yeah, I think the issue with the weapons in NGS is, I think because they stick to this series thing they do, where you'll get a whole series of weapons that releases. They all tend to look very similar to each other. They have changed that a bit recently. I think it's the new... Is it the new Kin's weapon series? They all kind of look different, which is good. I'm glad they at least look different. But yeah, a lot of the series of weapons look very, very similar to each other, so you kind of don't get a lot of the unique weapon designs. Obviously, the Ash weapon series was unique as well because they were all based on PSO weapons. Still annoys me though that the Ash weapons are kind of just not worth using now. And there's no upgrades for them. So I want to use my PSO weapons in NGS. Ooh, HP material. Yeah, I haven't played NGS for about a month. I'm going to start playing it again this week. And I think I have to upgrade all my gear. Which I'm not looking forward to doing. Although it's not as bad now because what I do on NGS now is I basically make one armor set with really generic affixes that I can use on anyone, and I just swap it between characters because I'm too lazy to make an armor set for everyone. Like, I am not doing that with like 6 characters. Yeah, we all like this boss. Didn't play NGS for a year, just logging in to see what happens, and that's it. Yeah, it's been existing. It's probably the best thing I can say. I mean, I have fun when I play NGS, but it could be so much more. Yeah, I think the boss designs in this game are pretty interesting. Just mechanically, I think some of them don't work that well. Can you stop flying away? Can you come back in the bounds of the map, please? And then it just runs away. I mean, there's story reasons for that, but yeah. Yeah, it's not the most engaging boss fight. This guy and Humiliast are literally the same model. They are. I mean, that's kind of cool. Obviously, it transforms into Humiliast, doesn't it? So... Mobius Guard 4-star armor. Always good to get 4-star armor in this. Again, that's my other criticism of this game. Oh, it's got no slots. Oh, I thought you made 4 slots actually. That sucks. Yeah, why they did not give you the ability to add slots to armors is beyond me. That boss is where the game's budget went. If the tool keeps evolving, we might be able to. Yeah. It does sound really cool. So yeah, for those who aren't aware, there is someone working on a tool for Zero at the moment, which could more or less break up in the game, which could be very fun. Is Pika coming now? I'm not sure. Let me know, Pika, in chat if you do want to try again. Yeah, I think the issue with the NGS open world is they went all in on it to begin with, and I guess it wanted to be like a major part of the game, this open world. And then the longer the game's been around, the more they moved away from it. Because it just doesn't really work that well. There's not really a whole lot in the open world to do. It feels very empty. So they've moved away from it, which I think is better because it hasn't worked. Move on to something else. But it is kind of a shame that there is this big open world in NGS with just not really anything in it. We might make a custom quest for the last 20 floors of Tower and Mother and call it Max Attack. Yeah, I'm guessing Pika's not coming, so we can just keep doing some 2-player if you want. At least it isn't horrible to navigate like Echoes of Ironcrad's open world. Is that... I've heard that name before. Is that the new Sword Art Online game? Because I've seen some clips of that, if that's the case, and... My god, that looks rough. Trade me, I'll give you that divine power. Can do. Yeah, I saw... If it's the game I'm thinking of, I saw a clip where someone was trying to get to a boss. and there was like an invisible wall to get into the boss arena, and they basically just walked next to the wall and managed to jump up and go around the invisible wall and get into the boss arena, and then they could attack the boss without the boss attacking back. It was very broken. SAO game feels like indie that's priced AAA. Oh, it is that game? Okay, yeah. I absolutely love falling 5 inches and breaking my ankles. Yeah, I've only seen a couple of clips of it, but from what I've seen, it did not look good. However, I will say I am not familiar with Sword Art Online at all, so maybe I'm not the person to judge. But from a game standpoint, it didn't look great. Also, thanks for the follow, HUnewearl as well. Alright, let's load another area. I know we haven't done Arca Plant, but is Arca Plant range resist or melee resist? It's range resist, okay. I guess we can try that. It might be a bit rough, but we can try. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that Sword Art Online game. I do wonder if it was just rushed out to, you know, to meet quotas. Yeah, the only issue with these guys is because they shoot a lot. You get hit a lot because, again, you can't evade. I truly wonder if we'll ever get a decent anime game. There's got to be at least one somewhere. I don't know what, though. Yeah, some of the enemies here are super irritating. These guys in particular. It does feel like a lot of anime games end up being really mid. I don't know what it is about that, but... Does dot hack count? I can't say because I'm not familiar enough with it. I don't want to anger an entire fan base, having not played them. I mean, I guess if you want an easy answer, I guess some of the Dragon Ball fighting games are apparently okay. Again, I'm not familiar enough with them, but I know they're not bad apparently. That feels like an easy answer. And they're making a new dot hack anyway, so maybe that'll be the game that fixes it. Yeah, am I dreaming now? Or did they announce a new one? I'm sure there was a new one announced. Unless I'm getting very confused. Hack mentioned, yeah. Actually, there's probably a few relatively decent Gundam games as well. Although a lot of those are not based on the anime. I know some of the Gundam Breaker games are decent, but they're not really based on stuff necessarily. But I am struggling to think of anime games that are genuinely good. Man, there was so much slowdown there when that spawn happened. If arcade games count the Initial D racing games a peak. Yeah, okay, I can say I have played an Initial D racing game. I played one in Sega Joy Palace when I went to Japan. And it was really fun. Very, very arcadey handling, but you kind of expect that. But yeah, that was fun. I don't know which one it was I played. All I know it was really cool because you actually sat in like replicas of the cars. Oh yeah, they have Eurobeat. Yeah, there is a lot of Eurobeat. I mean, there has to be, doesn't there? Really? Yeah, the Initial D game was really cool. You basically sat in a full-size copy of the car. I don't know if it was actually like a real car shell, or just like a really good copy of it, but yeah, I seem to remember that there was like three you could sit in. There was the A86, there was the blue Subaru, and the yellow RX-7. It was really, really cool. And I had like the full interiors and everything, so you felt like you were sat in the actual car. Probably one of the coolest arcade games I played. These mobs look like hell for melee. They're kind of annoying. This is quite an awkward area because the mobs are kind of awkward to deal with melee, but they resist ranged. So if you use a range, you do no damage. The mobs seem to learn Ethan Weber's skill, what the surfing wants. Also, interesting you brought up PSU. This month, I think it's the end of the month, might be about 30th, I think, will be the 20th anniversary of PSU. I do plan on doing a video for it. It is terrifying that PSU is 20 years old. So yeah, I'll try and time that video for pretty much when the 20th anniversary is. I'm pretty sure it's towards the end of the month. $20 that surely isn't right. I wish it wasn't. Yeah, I really wish it wasn't. I mean, I think PSO2 is celebrating its... Isn't it about 14 or 15 years for that? ...2012 is the end of the world where everything was fun and games. I think there's been a few good games since then. I mean, Nier Automata I love. That was about, what, 2017? Oh, actually leveled. That doesn't happen often now. Monster Hunter World I enjoyed as well. Yeah, sure. I feel like that at 40. Particularly the whole body sucking part, yeah. Oh, God. I was hoping we can get through the run without getting any of these, but I guess not. Well, at least it wasn't buffed. Nothing that matters with these because these do all the damage anyway. I mean, I still don't think they're as bad as Barons is, but they're not far off. Told you. I saw that happen in slow motion. Just the missile, like, slowly heading towards me, and then realizing I'm on really low health. Can you not? Dude shot me from another postcode. I mean, it's very PSO coded, you know. But it's a heal trap to revive as well. Okay, that's kind of nutty. I didn't know they revive people as well. Can you stop? Yeah, I really don't like those guys. Yeah, I didn't know the heal traps could revive. I thought they were just for heals. You can commit to overend if you drop a trap. It's like your insurance policy. Yeah, I did see recently that apparently Sony, I think it was like a conference or something, basically committed to the whole going totally digital thing, even though everyone hates it. I mean, I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's a really nice looking game, honestly, for a DS game. The areas are quite cool, I think. They all look very different as well. I like that you get these kind of intermission areas. We get to have 5 max games installed, can't wait. That's the issue though, isn't it? You know, it's going to have a, you know, a huge SSD in it or something to be able to install more than a few games if it's all digital. And we know how expensive SSDs are. So I dread to think how much a new PlayStation will be. Kind of reminds me of Mothership. Yeah, I kind of see that actually. My 4TB SSD is worth more than the rest of my PC now. It is insane how much stuff costs at the minute. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you don't need to upgrade desperately, I probably just wouldn't bother. Like, it's just not worth it. I, for once, had some foresight and I upgraded my PC in about 2023, I think. Just before all the prices went stupid. I dread to think how much it would cost to build my PC now. I like that these turrets keep shooting you even when you've killed all the enemies. Let's more spawn over here. My 2TB now is just as pricey as my CPU, mobile, and PSU. You're buying and reselling broken laptops, ripping the RAM out, and then making $100 on each one. I respect it. Yeah, it's just everything's costing a fortune now. Thanks, AI data centers. It's not just the RAM, is it? It's, you know, it's the RAM, the SSDs. I think they're the main ones that have gone up. But it's just, I feel like it's got to a point now where a lot of people are just not going to be able to afford to have a gaming PC. It's just not going to be feasible. Which really sucks. And then obviously your alternative is consoles, but all the consoles are going to go through the roof as well, so it's not looking particularly bright, really. So the answer to this is play retro games. Turns out that doubling the RAM on my laptop a couple of years ago is the smartest financial decision I've ever made. Yeah, I've got 32 gig of DDR5 in mine at the minute. And while it would be nice to have a bit more for, like, you know, for streaming purposes and stuff, I just can't justify it. 32 is fine, so... I mean, that is a good point. It is kind of forcing people to... forcing devs to think a bit more about optimization, but whether they actually do it is another thing altogether. DDR3 market is still affordable. That's the thing, obviously, DDR5 was the first one to go through the roof. So people started moving to DDR4 because DDR4 is still totally fine. But then DDR4 started getting really expensive as well. It's like, how far back can you go? Yeah, even hard drive prices have gone up as well. It's just like storage in general. I know even like external storage as well, because I was looking... Because I've got a Steam machine, I was looking to get a decent sized micro SD for it. And even for a micro SD card, even they're expensive now. I mean, not to the extent of SSDs, but it's still way more than they were. It's just a hellscape, honestly. I mean, yeah, I would imagine a lot of games, I know it's just got mentioned in chat there, I imagine a lot of games will probably start to use frame gen more. I don't really like frame generation, because I feel quite often it leaves like a very obvious ghosting effect, which looks really ugly. But I don't know, maybe that'll become a standard. But yeah, short answer is I don't think there is any correct decision at the minute. I'd probably just say if you don't feel you absolutely need to upgrade your PC, I probably wouldn't bother. Having said that, is it going to get any better? As expensive as stuff is, you know, maybe this is the cheapest it'll be. It's kind of hard to say, really. Built myself at NAS recently at what was clearly the worst possible time. It's anything with flash memory, yeah. The thing is, like I say, it's even hard drives or like spindle hard drives as well. Even they're starting to go up. I guess because people can't get hold of SSDs. I want to ask, how is the Steam machine? So I covered it a little bit earlier. I do want to do a video on it. But I said earlier on, the TV behind me that I want to connect it to, okay, it's not really working on my desk next to my PC. I want to run it off the TV instead. But when I tried my TV, the entire screen was basically blue because the backlight has completely failed in the TV. So I need to get a new TV this week. And then once I've got that sorted, I'm going to do a video on it. But in short, I think it's pretty good. I think it's better than people have made it out to be. It is overpriced for what it is, but the stuff I've tested on it so far, it runs pretty much fine. I've tried NGS on it, and I ran NGS at pretty much max settings, and it was fine. I've ran Monster Hunter World on it, but that was fine. Obviously, it doesn't run as well as my actual PC, because of course it wouldn't, but it seems fine from what I've used it for so far. But I do need to do more testing with it. So yeah, it's very cool, and the form factor is really nice as well. It is tiny. fact, after we finish this run, if I've got time, it's literally next to me, so I can probably show you how big it actually is. But yeah, I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube that have been saying like, oh, here's an alternative to the Steam machine with better specs and everything for the same price, but they kind of completely missed the point of the Steam machine is tiny. Is there a way to break you out of there? Oh, so you're just going to keep shooting me there? Yeah, this probably isn't going to go well. I don't think anything gets close to the form factor. I don't think it does, no. Even if you use something like a mini ITX, I don't think it gets close. And that's what a lot of people are missing. A lot of people do not realize how tiny the Steam machine is. I mean, if you want a quick reference, it's basically about the same size as a GameCube. Like, extremely close to being a GameCube. Can I know it wouldn't do much damage, but... Can I hit you with a gun from here? No, I think it's guards in every hit. Yeah. I guess that's why it's been called a GameCube, yeah. There's got to be a way to give it the GameCube intro on startup. I think you can customize the startup video for it, so yeah, you probably can. Yeah, in fact, give me a second. There you go, that should be fixed, I think. But yeah, that is the entire size. I can't even fit. But yeah, there you go. It is tiny. I'm trying to sort of compare it to things like that. That's next to a controller. It's really hard to show this. But yeah, it is very, very small. So considering the performance it has, I think it's pretty good for the size. I must remember to reconnect that back a couple later. I keep saying Steam Deck. If I've been saying Steam Deck, I apologize. Yeah, Steam Machine. Yeah, I don't actually have a Steam Deck, actually. I didn't bother buying one when it released. Unfortunately, I've only got the 512GB version of the Steam Machine. I did join the waiting list for all of them, but the only one I got selected for was the 512GB. Which is fine for using for retro stuff. And Thor is going to ship this month. Oh, nice. I'm going to be playing every Phantasy Star if I can. That's basically what I want to do with this. What should I use for this guy? Probably sword. I have the perfect sword. The middliest one, of course. got plenty of power for what I need, you just need to acquire one. Yeah, I mean, they said... So if you got on the reservation queue, I think they said that it was going to be shipping up to the end of the year. I got really lucky with it. I got my email to buy it. I want to say it was maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks after the sales went live. So I got super lucky. Ice and Slow Protect on. I probably don't. So... Okay, I hit him with one hit. I mean, I'll take it. Can you not? Oh god, he's actually doing this attack. He never does this. I failed to get out the range. He never does this. Yeah, this guy's a bit of a pain. Stand still so I can hit you with my sword. Oh, damn it. That was greed. That was pure greed. Okay, now we've got the fun part of the fight where you just can't hurt him. Because apparently I thought this was a good idea. Okay, he's back. Okay, that was a nice hit. Alright, stay there. Oh, completely whiffed. Just absolutely completely whiffed. God damn it. I don't mind this fight apart from the music gets very old very quickly. And he does have this annoying phase where you just can't do anything to him. Really? I'm being carried here completely. How did that hit me? I was underneath him. I have questions about that one. I swear, every time I go for that attack, he goes into this phase. Okay, at least it didn't stay there that long this time. I knew he'd do that. I can see that coming. Yeah, so he also explodes and kills you at the end if you're too near him. That was fun. Last moon. Perfect. Did he drop anything good at all? Yeah, Drake, if you watch that back, he killed me with one of the deaths. He killed me when I was stood underneath his legs with the gun. So I guess the gun hitbox also extends underneath him. If that's slightly offensive. The range is insane, but if you learn how to get around him, you don't even need the protects. Yeah, the problem is I don't really know how to approach him safely. I always mess with the timing up on the dodge roll when he does the shots. And if you get hit by that, you just get hit by everything. Show it full divine power. Yeah, very cool looking area. This actually looks very similar to an area that's in NGS. I always go under his legs, but slightly behind. Yeah, it looks a bit like News and Plant. It also looks a bit like... Oh, what's it called? It's called something stupid like... Is it Rumor Quad? There's like a lower level of it. And there's some parts in there that look very similar. I mean, obviously, Zero was significantly before. I think it's lower. Is it Lower Maquad? I think it's called it's the battle zone in Ratem. Roof McQueen. I mean, it's something. I have no idea how you meant to pronounce that. Even the NPCs all seem to pronounce it differently. I don't think anyone actually knows. Yeah, thank you for reviving me constantly there. I still find it weird with this game as well that you don't get healed in town, but you can still use things like Resta. Can't use anything else. Do you have other 7-star weapons? So at the minute, I've got the Fire Haze daggers, Rika's Claw, the Hazan Bite Claw, Morgan Lord Double Saber, Tachyon Gun. Yeah, I got healed when I did Resta, but the game doesn't normally heal you just by going back to town. Like, I can still cast Resta in town. And we've got to go back to creating character for my game later on. No worries, good to see you, Mashi. I don't think there is a nurse to heal. I could be wrong, but I don't think there is one. Oh, so that's a shield, okay. That's why I want the cats to heal when pet. Does anyone care about PvP on Affinia? On serve no one plays? I would say PvP is a very, very niche thing in PSO. Not many people do it at all. Oh, what else is there? A Lavis Cannon. I mean, sure. can't actually use it yet. Well, level required 90. Jeez. It's weak in this game. I mean, to be fair, it's not that good in PSO either, really, is it? It's only really what PSO 2 that is actually good. I'll PvP you 1v1 for your SGS guy. Never. I mean, the PvP is kind of fun, but yeah, it's not something I would do often. Definitely not with a HUnewearl, because HUnewearl would be terrible at it. Like custom rules PvP. Yeah, it depends on what the rules are for it. The ones are kind of funny where you all start low level and you get monsters spawn on the map as well. And you just get Del Sabers one-shotting everyone. That's nice. Alright, let's see. I should probably try this shield out, I guess. And I can't use Lavis yet anywhere. I imagine someone spamming nukes from the other side of the map or in range with Yaz. Yeah, I mean, the battle mode in PSO, there's different rules you can use. So you can have it where everyone can use their gear. That is about as balanced as you can expect. But there is rules where everyone starts at low level with like basic equipment as well. Alright, let's do... We haven't done Valley yet, have we? Yeah, there's quite a few different rules you can use, so you can kind of configure it how you want. But yeah, it is definitely a very niche part of PSO, though. I don't think many people do it. I learned yesterday that if you break the Dragon's Horn, you lose RDR. Really? Why is that a thing? It's a weak point, so I guess it's to punish you. That seems harsh. It's the only enemy that does it. That just seems like a terrible idea. Alright, so what does the PA do for this? Beyblade. Okay. I see how it is. I'm just going to spam Beyblade now. Oh god, it's actually strong. Chad is really fast as well. I do like in this game that the shields are actually an offensive weapon. I mean, the range is obviously very small, but... yeah, the Beyblade is kind of interesting. I did try and revive you there. Well, I tried to heal before you died. That's how runes save the universe. Well, by double shielding. I still love that's a strat you can do in those games. Just hide behind two shields. Got rare drop. An actual rare. Yeah, I've never seen that one before. It's a interesting weapon design. Translate, I'll be lurking. Thanks for raiding chat. You're a cool dude. Love the YouTube. Thanks for that, Shona. I normally stream on Wednesdays and Sundays, so next stream, I think we're doing Wednesday, we're doing Chrono Trigger. So yeah, it's usually Phantasy Star stuff for the most part. Okay, noted. I can still take damage while Beyblading. I didn't realise that. L hold is block right. I'll have a look. I'll open start menu while holding left, okay. It seemed to put the block away when I opened. So block, menu. I'm still holding the button. Yeah, I'm still holding the block button. Yeah, so if I do it again, so say block, menu. I just go out of the block animation as soon as I open the menu. So I guess I can't chase that. Oh, you can let go of L, just don't leave the menu. We need this goober to attack us. I don't think he's going to. He appears to be stuck. Okay, he missed. Try again. It hit me. It didn't work. Try again. It's been 10 years. Okay. Lock menu. Guarded. Try again. Guarded. Maybe it was the angle was off or something. Okay, that missed. Yeah, this feels somewhat cheesy. Just using AFK strats. Okay, that is quite funny. There's also the invulnerable PA. Oh, that hurt me. That must have gone over the guard. And then he did not appreciate me cheesing him. He was not happy. I've fallen and I can't go up. There's also that invulnerable PA that does no damage, but you can save others if you're very close to them. Oh, is that the one where you do the PA and then people hide behind you and you kind of shield them as well? So I'm not sure how the gimmick works with the menu. Like, maybe only certain angle attacks get blocked or something. Because it seemed like when he did the jump forward, that went through. Unless the jumping attack is like always a knockdown. And that's why it worked. Yeah, shield is very weird. No need for them to be behind, just very close around the PA user. Okay. I think that's pretty cool of it. It's basically a PA that you can use to support your party. It's good for HUnewearl or Monkey. I'm trying to think, is there any other Phantasy Star games where shield is actually used as a weapon? I know shields are in it's either PSP 2 or Infinity, or both. But I think in that... I can't remember if they're just used as defensive in that, or if you actually attack with them. Goof Swatter. What is that? It's a counter weapon, okay. It's been a long time since I've used the shield in Infinity. What is Goof Swatter? To swat those goofs, I mean, yeah. I need to see this. What is it? So it's Harrison Fan. That is what it is. Does it make the noise? Oh, it does. Alright, these goofs getting swatted. There's multiples of these fans. There's a set bonus as well, nice. I mean, it's probably going to be terrible. But I need to try it out. So I think this was what, Harrison Battlefan in PSO, I think. Alright, I was gonna say get swatted, but apparently they just want to kill me instead. Get slapped. I like this far more than I should. This honestly just feels like they disrespect the weapon. They do keep avoiding it. Yeah, I've always really liked the comedy weapons in Phantasy Star. It's just unfortunate that a lot of them are generally not worth using. I'm very happy to keep the noise in the game. Yeah, it's kind of cool that they kept in a lot of the sounds, you know, given that they probably didn't have a massive file size to work with for this game, so I appreciate the stuff they could keep in. sorry. Get slapped. Okay, that does like no damage. Maybe, just maybe using the comedy weapon in super hard is not the correct play. Okay, that hit me several times. Alright, yeah, I think we've used that enough now. We've determined that it's not particularly great. So let's use a snake's head instead. At least this one's actually good. Imitate the enemies here too. Or just pretend to be one of them. I mean, yeah, it should intimidate them, shouldn't it? I mean, if you saw someone run at you with your friend's head on their arm, using it as well. The ultimate in intimidation. Well, it worked because none of them have spawned. One thing I really love about this game is how lazy some of the enemy names are. So you've got the bird things which look like vultures, and they're called vulkers. I imagine all of about 2 minutes went into thinking that name. It has just dawned on me as well that this weapon has that fort on out because it makes you look like a snake when you do it. I can't believe it took me that long to realize this. Like a slithery snake. It's a funny coincidence, but mine has the other PA use. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's not a fixed PA. Ah. It must only be a few weapons, is it then, that have fixed PAs? Maybe some of the rarest ones. Because it feels like most of them have random PAs. There's a Gorongo shield with the invulnerable PA I was talking about. Okay. Oh, it depends. Also, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. Sounds about right. Yeah, I just assume this always had this PA because it does look like a snake. You want to try that PA with Celeb, and this is the best claw for it. Okay. Yeah, because Rika's claw is fixed PA, isn't it? That one is, okay. Oh, it's fixed element as well. Has higher base attack power though. That's how they balanced it. I guess there's the set boost as well, isn't there? With the Rika suit, I suppose. Although again, good luck getting a Rika suit with 4 slots. I think that is one thing I would definitely change with the game. I think that either armor should just drop with 4 slots, or there should be a way of adding slots to them. Because getting a super rare armor and then it has no slots on it is just awful. We'll try to add it to the pile we're changing, hopefully. Hi, Natura, good to see you. That, and you want to have it so if you pet the cats, you get full heal. Yeah, I think there is a lot of things with this game you could change that would improve the quality of life for sure. I think it's a really solid game, but yeah, there is definitely a few things I would change for sure. I mean, same with any of the Phantasy Stars, really, to be honest. Some more than others. Attacker changes would be great. Rerolling elements or upgrading would remove a lot of the RNG needed for some of the weapons that can roll those things. Yeah, I feel that there's some RNG in this game that didn't need to be there for sure. Max attack tower 20 floors would be game changer for multiplayer. Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, it's just very weird that tower was never multiplayer at all. I know there's a mod so you can do it, but it's just weird that there's that entire area that you just can't do in multiplayer normally. But then, yeah, having a shorter version of it as well would be cool. So still, probably one of the only dragons in Phantasy Star that actually does damage. Oh, he's enraging already. I'm trying not to break his horn. I don't know what happened there. I disappeared his teleport. Oh, I was hoping to dunk him out the air. I like the difference in strats here. Oh, you can shield there as well. Okay. That did far more damage than I thought it would. I don't know if I ate multiple fireballs there or if it was just one. Yeah, I did not expect it to do 500 damage. I still find it kind of crazy like, how difficult this game can be. Because by looking at it, you would think it's kind of the sort of one aimed at kids more. Okay, it's got that more sort of cartoony style to it, but it is legitimately one of the harder games. As you can see here. It sounds like the Sill and Gold Dragon themes together. Yeah, kind of. Okay, so he has a couple of different fire attacks, fair enough. So the smaller ones, he does multiples, but it does 300 damage. And the big one, he does 500. Also, his horn broke. Can you stop doing that? Monster Hunter moment. Would you care to land again? That would be nice. Thank you. No, not stand on me. There we go. Yeah, definitely one of the hardest dragons in Phantasy Star for sure. I've never seen that before, so I'll pick that up. There's 2 of them. Heat resist level 5. It's really easy to break his horn. It kind of sucks that, doesn't it? That it's really easy to break, but they penalise you for breaking it. Okay, they are claws. That looks kind of cool. I mean, it probably isn't. I mean, it's only 6 star. It also has no fort on art. Does the other one have a fort on art? Serpent Air, okay. Yeah, probably not going to be used anytime soon. Yeah, I don't mind the dragon. He does move around a lot, though. He dunked the teleporter. Yeah, nice to play Zero again. It's a shame we had some problems with it earlier on, but at least they've mostly resolved, so... Yeah, I think, so Wednesday stream is going to be Chrono Trigger. For next Sunday, I don't know at the minute what it's going to be, because it's going to depend on whether the anniversary gets announced or not. If the anniversary does get announced for Affinia, then obviously I'll be doing PSR on Sunday. If it doesn't get announced, then we may either do another stream of this to try and get Pika back in and to try and have a full stream without any technical problems. Or we might play another Phantasy Star. We'll see. I expect the anniversary might get announced, though. I think that's fairly likely. Unless they have some problems with it. They are redoing a lot of the anniversary this year, so it could potentially get delayed a bit longer. We'll see. You should finish all the side quests on story mode. I should. You see that every time we play Zero and I never do it. I've done a few of them. I'll make another character. Yeah, I made a 4 mile, but I don't know if I like them yet. I mean, they are very low level, to be fair. I haven't tried a cast in this yet, though, so maybe I could try a cast. I mean, this character's at 89 now, so she's not... I would say she's not too far off, but knowing these games, it's probably like all of her experience again to get to 100. I played PSO heavily as a kid on GameCube. Just learned about Affinia a couple of weeks ago from finding a YouTube page. I think they're starting it. Any advice or videos for new players? If you... I mean, there are plenty of people who cover PSO. On my channel, at least, I do have like a beginner's guide that covers getting into PSO in general. There is an anniversary event that should be starting in the next couple of weeks as well, potentially next week. That'll be a fantastic time to start playing as well, because there'll be probably boosted experience, boosted rare drop rates and everything, so that should be a really good time to play. If you played it heavily on GameCube, you're probably quite familiar with the core of the game anyway. Yeah, like Draken said on Twitch there, I would probably say if you can, try and get to 80 before the event, if you can. If you can't, you'll probably end up leveling fast anyway. But obviously, the more time you can spend in Ultimate for the event, the better. In regards to other advice, for Affinia, the main block where you want to be playing for most of the time is probably the US Fodra block. That tends to be where people hang out for the most part. Obviously, when I'm streaming it, there'll usually be a few people hanging out on the European block as well. Yeah, very high depth 4 is normally really good for leveling. In regards to leveling quickly, it's kind of your normal selection of quests, really. So if you play PSO, it depends if you play PSO online. If you played it online, then you're probably familiar with TTF. That's always going to be good for experience. Episode 4 is really good for experience. Maximum attack quests are really good for experience. I'm trying, aside from that, I guess if you can try and get a couple of photon drops together, you could always trade for a couple of the important things, like charge Vulcans, things like that. But yeah, if you played on Sega, Affinia honestly is very, very similar. And Blue Burst, really, the only real addition for the most part is episode 4 and the little bar across the bottom of the screen. Loving all the artwork chats, by the way. I really need more. I guess one other quick thing would be, when you make your character, just be aware that the section ID calculation works a little bit differently on Blueburst. It factors in your class as well. So just make sure that if you're using a section ID calculator, make sure it's one that factors in Blueburst. Although having said that, on Affinia, you can change your section ID once below level 20 anyway. So you could just make anything and then change the section ID to whatever you wanted. So maybe it's not as important. Yeah, PSO World's been down for a while now, hasn't it? It says it's under maintenance, but it's been a long time now. I am wondering if PSO World is done. I really hope it isn't, because although the actual forum and everything is kind of dead in the water for the most part, there's still a lot of very good information on there for a lot of the games. So I really hope PSO World hasn't gone down for good. To be fair, it's been up there since, well, probably since PSO Dreamcast, so... We need to make a better wiki for Zero. Yeah, if there isn't one, then yeah, it's maybe something you could look into doing. But yeah, I think we'll end things there for today. So again, on Wednesday, should be doing Chrono Trigger. Sunday will depend on whether the anniversary gets announced. If you have enjoyed the stream, appreciate if you consider either liking or subscribing on YouTube, or you can follow or sub on Twitch. I do have an extra Bluesky you can follow, and I also have a Discord server you can join as well. So this link for the Discord should be in the description on YouTube, and it should be underneath the video player on Twitch. So feel free to join over there as well. We do play off stream as well. How to join in. But yeah, whatever you're doing, have a great rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday for some Chrono Trigger. So yeah, have fun, and I'll see you on Wednesday. See you guys. Yeah, let me do some shortcuts as well. There's one more handsome Squidward for you. There we go. Yeah, see you guys.